Hello fellow modelers and welcome back to my channel. Here is my next build. Will be the 148 scale Tamiya Sherman tank along with some of their figures. I have done an unboxing on both of these some weeks ago, so hopefully you have seen those videos already and know what's in the box. So my plan is to use these to do a little vignette, a little diorama, which already is sketched out here as you can see. Basically, I have the tank here, either a wall, a demolished building wall. The tank has some cover behind that. Next to that, either an open field or field with some more debris or something. And then, an open road in front of that. And then I'm going to have the squad coming out from behind it, the tank, and going around the flank to outflank the enemy position somewhere out there. All right, so that's the plan at the moment. Might totally change by the time I'm done, but this will be the start. Anyway, so stay tuned for the next update. Thank you. Hello and welcome back. Here I am a few hours later, and the Sherman is completed, minus the tools, which I'll leave off, paint, and put on later. I mean, this is a pretty easy, straightforward kit to put together. I mean, literally, you can put this together in a few hours. I probably did this over a period of 5 to 6 hours in between letting the glue set, going off and making dinner, having dinner, doing a few other things around the house. Anyway, so buildability, oh, definitely an A, typical Tamiya, shake and bake, so not much to it. The bogies, maybe a little bit fiddly, because there's the 2 wheels and 3 other parts. There's 5 parts you're trying to put together. Tracks, no problem. I mean, some of the smaller parts, obviously, if you have butterfingers, gotta be careful about that. No issues with really any type of ejection marks, with the exception of the top hatch here. If you plan on having it open, you will have some ejection marks in here. Let me just take the turret off. If you can see in there, the little white spots, that is some filler I had to put in to cover it up. I'm still debating whether or not to have this open or not. This is just being held in by a little bit of white glue at the moment. Not mentioned in the instructions, but included in the kit, are these little pieces that you can put here for the driver and the other hatch. So if you want to have a figure sticking out of here, just put it here. This is also just temporary glue. Wasn't sure if I'm going to have it open or not. And that's it. You can see I still kept the top and bottom apart. I'm gonna paint them separately, do a little bit of weathering separately, and then put them together. Just to give you a look here. These get covered up with some plastic plates after you put in the screws. Again, I'll pull that in later. Yeah, nice and easy. So right now what I'm gonna do is give this a little bit of a wash, get some of the finger grease and dust and so forth off, and prime it. And I'll be back at the next installment with that. All right, thanks for watching. Hello, I'm sorry, there was a couple of things I did forget to mention that last segment. There is one other part that you're going to need to do some attention to, and that is the on the barrel, the tip of the barrel, that's actually composed of 2 parts. There's a solid part, and then there's a little hollow part here at the very tip. There will be a seam here that you are going to need to fill in and sand off, which I have done. But you should get a nice, good, smooth finish on that. As far as sanding, what I've been using are these Flory sponge sanders, which I find very good for curved surfaces such as that. And also in the instructions, just to pay attention that there are 3 schemes, A, B, and C, and each one of those have slightly different variations as far as what parts go with those schemes. As you can see, there's different sprockets, there's different wheels, and a few other pieces to pay attention to, depending on which scheme you're doing. As far as which scheme I'm gonna go with, I decided to go with scheme B, which is the camel pattern. Just have do something different. All right, so I'll be back after I've done my priming. Thank you. Hello and welcome back. As you see, I already painted the Sherman here. It's very basic. This is all value paints I'm using for this. This is just olive green for the base coat, and then the brown patterns I just used some burnt sienna. Again, all airbrushes, really quick to do. I already put on the decals, so it's a little bit shiny here. I put a little bit of clear, and then I put on the decal. And the decals is just that one big one on top, one in the front, and a couple of small ones in the back. Do you see there? So it's not much to it in that regards. The Tamiya decals, I know they have a reputation for being thick, but I think they went down pretty well. You can see the big top one there. You can barely see the carrier film, I think. So this is the base painting that I did. And now the next step for this, I'm just going to put a clear coat over the whole thing and do some weathering. But I'm just going to end the video here. Oh, and also on the sprue, I painted up the little tools, so forth, which I'll put on prior to the weathering. Just to give you a look in, here we have the tracks. And front there. And the other side. The wheels, the rubber part of the wheels, I just hand painted all that. Just really basic black. And just using one of these little cheap and expensive brushes. Just easily go in there and paint them. Once you weather this up and dust it up, I mean, any little flaws as far as keeping it within the lines all blend in together. All right, so anyway, so that's my update on this build, and stay tuned for another one in another week or so. All right, thank you.